Bud versus Doug after day 2 of the NFL draft. Nick Chubb is a Brown. He's not Saquon Barkley. We're not saying he's Saquon Barkley. But could this guy rush for 1,000 yards as a rookie, Bud? Yes or no?
Well, I think he could. I mean, I'm predicting he will. How's that? Listen, I know it's a running back by committee. I know Carlos Hyde's probably going to start the season as a feature back for what that's worth. But I think this guy's a really smart pick. I think he's a very good runner. I think he can run inside and outside. I like his chances of becoming the guy with the fresh legs, the younger guy, and becoming the guy that they depend on as the season goes on.
I think no. I think he'll fall just short of it, but I think there's some good things in place here. One being, I think they're going to run it more. I think when
I wouldn't say this if it was Hugh Jackson, okay? I'd be saying, but I think Haley's going to utilize that more.
And I don't think you'd make this pick if you weren't going to do that. When you bring in Carlos Hyde, you add Nick Chubb. But I do think, I mentioned the name Saquon Barkley. A lot of people we know wanted Saquon Barkley. Does this make, would Saquon Barkley in the top 4 have been a better pick for the Browns, or does this at this spot as the 3rd pick in the 2nd round make more sense?
I think this makes more sense. I wrote about it for cleveland.com. I don't think of running back as that high value position, and I don't believe that John Dorsey did. I think he always saw it as a committee idea, and he wasn't going to pick Barkley #1, give him all this money, and then let somebody else decide which quarterback he got. We know now that how strongly they felt about Mayfield, so they went and got him. I would have passed on Barkley if he was sitting there at 4 also. So that's just how I feel about running backs. I think this made a lot more sense. Chubb's the 3rd guy off the board, 3rd running back, and I think he's a really good pick.
And I do think in contrast to Baker Mayfield and Austin Corbett, who have these former walk-on stories, Nick Chubb was a 5-star recruit. He was a stud as a freshman in the SEC.
16 touchdowns his freshman year.
And then he got hurt, and then he had to come back from that. But this guy is a great athlete. He tied Barkley for the most bench reps among tailbacks at the Combine. He had the 4th best vertical jump, the 6th best 40 time. If he's healthy, and I think he showed that he is. I mean, he had a great year at Georgia the past 2 years. As long as he's healthy, I think he's big. I think he's fast enough, and I think he makes a lot of sense at this spot where we've seen a lot of teams pick backs in the 2nd and 3rd round and get almost 1st round value.
I agree. It sounds to me like you're predicting him to rush for 1,000 yards.
I'm not. I'm going to say he's going to get 998.
Okay.
He's Bud. We have to disagree. Bud.
He's Doug.
Doug. See ya.